Hi, I'm Todd Fahnestock, author of The Wishing World, and this is The Wishing World History Part 4. Thank you for joining this journey with me. So I'll pick up where we left off last time. So last time, my daughter, Elowen, begged me to write The Wishing World down. Things were getting really exciting with the story, and Gruffy and Pip and Squeak, and we were at the Eternal Sea, and things were really heating up, and she just thought it would be so great to have it immortalized, right? So great, I'm a novelist. I think, okay, this will be fun. It's something I could do for my kids. And so I started, and I met with absolute, utter, debilitating failure. I tried to write this down, and when I write books, I feel like I'm an adventurer, kind of cutting a new path. I'm coming up with things in my imagination and putting together plot pieces and developing character arcs, and the reason that I keep going, that I push forward to the next page, is because I am never actually sure exactly what's going to happen. I never know exactly where my imagination might turn. And for the most part, I have control of what's happening, but the cool part is that maybe I don't know where it's going to go. And in this particular case, I felt like an adventurer who was plodding step for step in pre-made footprints. I went to sleep every time. I don't know what to say. And so I kept having to come back to the kids and just tell them that I wasn't able to do it. I wasn't able to write it down and go any further than, say, half a page. So the adventure was fun when I was telling my kids, but who would want to read it? I just couldn't imagine. It seemed to me that it just was too basic to really interest anyone. So instead, I set the story aside and I worked on my older YA novel, Fair Mist, and continued creating it verbally creating the Wishing World verbally for my kids to get them to go to sleep, which at this point was not really succeeding in its original purpose to get them to go to sleep, because we were all amped up and wanting to know more about the story. But it was becoming a tradition, or had already become a tradition, and so we continued forward. And that is this week's Wishing World history. Epic, abject failure to write the story down. Obviously, it eventually did get written down, and we'll talk a little bit more about that at the next installment. I'll see you next week.